This video explains how to install and use the TSM100 software. It's designed for broadcasters, cable, IPTV, and OTT video service providers to check their video signal quality and monitor any errors in streams. It supports TS over UDP RTP, HLS, RTMP, RTSP, and SRT streaming, as well as TS over ASI interfaces. A single system can monitor up to 300 video services simultaneously. Users can download the latest installation package from the official website. After downloading and extracting the installation package, click the installer to install the software. After installation, the first thing to do is to configure system inputs. Open TSM configuration by first clicking the Start button. In the Program and File search box, type TSM, and then find Mividi TSM configuration. Click to run it. It will create an input named IP and default port number 8280. If you will run the client application only locally on this machine, you can choose 00 as the server MAC address. You can change the name to a more recognizable name such as IP for IP input, but do not change the port number. For input type, select Ethernet. For this IP input, select the IP input NIC. This is the NIC that you will receive stream data from, and should be different from the LAN NIC in normal operation conditions. Click Apply to save the configuration for this input. You may add more inputs following similar steps. For different inputs, make sure to select the correct input type for that input. Click Start TSM service. Users can see that the Mividi service is running in the system notification bar. Double-click to open the dialog box to stop and restart the TSM service. The TSM100 monitoring system is shipped with a software application for controlling the unit and viewing the test results, named Mividi TSM View. In addition to the local installation on the TSM100 monitoring system itself, this software application can be installed on multiple Windows computers for remotely accessing TSM100 server via IP network connection. Thus, the TSM View is often called client, while the TSM100 system is called server. If you are connecting to monitor a local service, click the Connect button. Then users will see the three input types initially set up. The TSM100 system can receive IP data in unicast or multicast mode. To join a multicast group, click on the IP setting button on the top of the application window. On the Multicast tab page, add the IP and port of the group to join. TSM100 system now supports several types of hardware interface including Ethernet and DVB-SI, as well as recorded TS file. HLS streams can be received through the Ethernet interface, and are classified as a different type of input. The system also supports video streams in several different streaming protocols, including RTMP, RTSP, SRT, MPEG-, MMS, and smooth streaming. User can add AHLS and RTSP test stream in similar way. The overview page displays all streams acquired by the system. Each stream displays its URL, bitrate, number of programs, and stream quality score. the dashboard displays summary results under each input of connected TSM100 monitoring servers. Additionally, the total bandwidth of all the streams in the input is plotted in the chart. It displays some relevant system information on hard disk space, memory, and CPU usage. The dashboard also displays the latest alarm messages generated by the system. Select the TS Analysis and then Thumbnail tab. One or more thumbnails are displayed. The number of thumbnails shown is based on the number of video programs in your input stream. The input and program information related to the program is displayed on the top of each thumbnail. Below each thumbnail shows the audio and video codec information. When you move the mouse over the thumbnail view, a play button will be visible. Clicking the play button will start the video player, which will continuously decode and play the video program. The right side of the thumbnail panel shows a summary of TS errors. The error summary displays the number of errors encountered in each error category as well as the time the last error occurred in this category. These errors are being counted by the monitoring server program in the background even when there is no TSM View application running. Next to the Error Summary tab is the Recent Errors tab, which shows the most recent errors. This list is updated when new errors are found. The overall TS quality score is displayed above the Error Summary view. This value is calculated by combining all TS errors with a proprietary formula. Typically, a value larger than 90% is acceptable. When the value goes below 90%, the TS stream should be checked, and the cause of errors should be determined and fixed. The system performs statistical analysis to measure the bit rate of each elementary stream and the percentage of bandwidth used by each elementary stream. The program analysis page displays the PCR analysis and elementary stream buffer analysis. The TSM100 will monitor and decode all PSI, DVB-SI, and ATSC-PSIP tables. The table intervals between two consecutive tables are measured. All tables found in the TS are shown in the Tables tab. TSM100 displays the EPG information similar to the way that is displayed in a consumer's TV. The functions in the TS Profile tab page are used to set the software for displaying overall error status, checking PAD bitrate boundaries, enabling black or frozen frame tests, enabling audio loudness monitoring and subtitle monitoring. When an error is detected, TSM100 records the following information related to the error: the time the error occurred, the error code, any additional messages about the error, and the input and transport stream where the error was detected. Under the Records tab, you can search and review all historical errors on the streams detected by the application. It provides searching functions to find the errors that you are interested in. Searching can be made based on the time period when the errors occurred, and error codes. In addition, you can limit the search to a specific input and transport stream. Select the Settings sub-tab. The TSM100 provides the option for users to specify their own test thresholds. TSM100 provides ways to inform users when serious errors have occurred on a transport stream. The error alarms can be sent by email, SMS, or SNMP traps, or sent to Slack channels using Slack webhook. Click the Configure Mail Server button. Enter the SMTP server URL and the SMTP port, then enter the username, password, and full email address from which the alarms will be sent. Click OK to save the values. Add receiver email addresses in the text area under Email Addresses to send alarms. You can add multiple addresses, separated with a semicolon. TSM100 separates the most important errors from other errors the system monitors. For most use cases, it will be sufficient to choose the errors under Common Errors for alarm. If a checkbox labeled Messaging is checked, alarms will be sent in email, SMS, SNMP, or Slack webhook, if any of these methods are correctly configured. If a checkbox labeled Visual Audio is checked, alarms will be displayed on the Mividi Video Wall Multiviewer, or an audio alarm sound will be played. TSM100 monitors more than 100 of error types. In case a user wants to get alarms for other error types, these error types can be enabled using the table below. The search function makes it easier to find the errors that you are interested in. All alarms sent by the system are recorded in the database and can be reviewed later by clicking on the sub-tab Alarm Records. Users can use the system to create several types of error reports. Error Summary, which shows a summary of errors in a selected time period. Click to set the start and end time for the reporting period. Then select the error priority types you want to include in the report, and finally click the Create button. The time period is split per hour, and all errors in each hour are summarized and plotted. Once the report is created, you can print it or save it in PDF format. Users can also create TS Quality Report, TS Snapshot Report, and TS Error Statistic Report. TSM100 supports auto report generation and export. The reports can be generated in PDF format daily, weekly or monthly, which can be configured based on user preference. On this panel, you can specify a file folder path to save report files. Check Export Daily, Export Weekly, or Export Monthly, according to your preferred report frequency. The reports include a summary of service issues and alarms created during the reporting period, and optionally with more detailed information for individual streams. The TSM100 system will monitor all MPEG data over UDP or over RTP, UDP, on an Ethernet input. All media flow properties, including IP, port, source IP, bitrate, and protocol, are displayed. In addition, TSM100 will monitor and calculate MDI values and analyze various RTP parameters if the TS is carried in an RTP flow. The test data is displayed under the flow's MDI RTP, IP errors, IP profile, and report tabs. The Flows tab lists all IP flows that contain MPEG transport streams. The columns in the IP Flows tab page are configurable. A user can select additional parameters to display. Click the Setup button near the bottom of the tab page. Users can select any of the parameters shown on the dialog, and the selected parameters will be added as additional columns on the IP Flows tab page. The TSM100 system will test both the delay factor and the media loss value, and will compare the test value to user-defined thresholds. If the thresholds are exceeded, an error will be generated. The status icon on the table represents the summary test results for both parameters. TSM100 system will perform the following test on the RTP streams, including finding the number of sequence errors, the packet loss rate, the maximum loss duration, and the minimum loss distance. The IP Errors tab contains two sub-tabs: Recent Errors and Error History. The Recent Errors tab will display the errors that are occurring right now. It shows the error code, error description, additional messages, the last time the error occurred, and the total number of times the errors happened since the user opened this window to view the errors. The Error History tab page resembles the History tab in the TS Analysis, except that only IP test errors will be displayed in this page. When an error is detected, TSM system records the following information related to the error, including the time the error occurred, the error code, any additional messages about the error, the input and transport stream where the error was detected, and the count of the same errors that occurred in a measurement period, which is normally 1 minute. TSM100 system provides searching functions to find the errors that you are interested in. Selected errors can be exported to a text file by using the Export button. The IP Profile tab can be used to define the test threshold and bitrate bound for media flows. Users can change the threshold of the tests based on their own test needs. The TSM100 system can create 3 types of IP reports: MDI report, IP Errors report, IP Flow Status report. The system will monitor all HLS sessions initiated by the system and self-perform extensive analysis on HTTP transfer status, HLS playlist file format, MPEG-TS standard compliance, as well as audio and video qualities in all video services. The HLS downloading activities, playlist files, and media properties are monitored and displayed. If your stream is a HLS master playlist with various bitrate streams, it will automatically start streaming analysis on all streaming profiles. TSM100 system also supports RTSP, RTMP, MMS, and SRT protocol as well as TS over ASI interfaces. For more detail, please refer to user guide. The TSM100 system demo is over. Thank you for watching.